So, since the YBA update is releasing soon, I will be talking about what to expect and things that I think should be added into the game. Firstly, I have not seen a lot of people talking about this, but I think I know why. What I think is going to happen in the next update is a Christmas event. We had one last year and we also just had a Halloween event last month, so it would be weird to not have a Christmas event in YBA. I expect the developers to add limited Christmas skins, similar to the Halloween skins we previously had. There might also be quests that we can do similar to the Headless Horseman NPC. Obviously, this is all just me trying to predict the update, so let's move on to some things that will surely be added into the game. So Yuzu, who is the owner of YBA, said that skin trading is going to be added into the game. This has a really high possibility of being added, since he already leaked to us that the GUI interface of a new trading system is done. You can see in this picture that we can trade more easily and a lot safer. This will surely reduce the amount of scammers in YBA, so thank you very much to the developers of YBA. Next up is a new stand being added into the game, which is stone free. A lot of you already know this, but for the people who don't, Yuzu leaked in his previous video showing him having stone free as his stand. There's also already a stand user pose for stone free that you can only access if you have the Select Pose Game Pass. With a new stand coming into YBA, there will also definitely be more skins added into the game. And that brings me to my next topic. One of my subscriber told me that he wanted there to be more ways to obtain skins in YBA, and that I can agree on. Having to get skins by either using an arrow, a ribcage, or by using a lucky arrow is quite boring. He mentioned that there should be quests where it will give you a skin for completing it. This is like evolving Sea Moon to Made in Heaven and getting one above all. I just wish that the quests wouldn't be hard to that extent though. Okay, let's move on to something a lot more interesting, a prestige system rework. So, Paragon, who is a community manager and moderator for YBA Discord, made a poll about a new system for prestiging. At first, I really liked this idea, but recently he made an update saying that if this were to be added, everyone would have to lose their data, and since we just had a Halloween update including limited skins, it's almost 100% sure that Yuzu is going to decline this poll, and that is why I'm not going to go into further details with this. If you want more details, please go watch Eclipse's video explaining about it. Next up is something I really want to be added, a new SBR game mode only for those who pay for it. This will reduce the amounts of exploiters significantly, since most of the exploiters uses an alt account with no Robux. You might be saying, but doesn't this mean SBR is going to be paid access? Don't worry, there will be a separate game mode for free SBR. Honestly, this could just be resolved by updating the anti-cheat system up to date. I'm not going to complain much about this, since I know it's hard to script, and it's very tedious to constantly update something that isn't your fault. Next up is a change that won't impact gameplay, but will definitely be useful. I remember seeing someone comment about this, but basically they were talking about the ability to skip NPC's monologue. This means that we don't have to wait for an NPC to finish their sentences to move on to the next quest. I also think this should be added, and I'm guessing that it won't be that hard to script in. Now let's talk about mobile players. After trying out YBA on mobile, I don't understand how mobile players even PvP on mobile. You can't even dash in the direction you want, and it's really hard to perfect block, since most people play with their thumbs and not the claw technique. Not to mention the fact that you can't even pose on mobile. You would need to buy the Select Pose Game Pass, which cost 100 Robux, and unfortunately a lot of people are free to play players. There are a lot of things I would like to cover now, but I don't want to make this video too long, so I'll leave one last message for Yuzu. Please add small updates every now and then instead of one big update. I know you probably have things going on in your life and can't constantly update YBA, but please at least stay up to date with the community. You don't have to fix small things, but please fix some major stuff like knives, which had stayed for almost or maybe even half a year until it was finally fixed. I'm hoping you change soon. Please subscribe if you haven't, and thank you for watching.